Hello, hello, this is Haberman yet again, with yet another episode of Sniper, Path of Vengeance. When we last left off, we were talking to this nice lady here, whose name currently escapes me. And speaking of escapes, let's escape from this monastery. Let's go out the way we came in. That seems like a smart thing to do, right? I mean, we have that car. We might as well take advantage of it. And hey, what do you know, I was actually right, that is the way out. And that was today's episode. Make sure to join us next time for another exciting installment of, we're sticking with it. Right, well, here we are at the tavern that I believe she suggested we meet her at. Is Mortar? I think that's actually one of the names of this developer's previous games, if not mistaken. Which it wasn't an arcade game, though it was an actual... I think it was another first-person shooter, even. And they do have a rule here about weapons being deposited at the bar, so I wonder if that'll actually apply. I wonder if that'll actually be enforced. For some reason, I just don't expect the scripting to be able to handle that. I don't think they know how to force you to put weapons away. That was the way we came in. This is the way to go. We haven't been yelled at for walking around with our gun out, so let's see how far we can go with this. They seem none too plussed about all this. Well, I'll just keep my weapon out if you don't mind, since you clearly don't seem to mind.
Oh, my head.
Sorry, that was probably my fault for shooting a gun indoors. So what's the least gross option here?
Oh.
I think we actually timed out there. So she just continued to moan about.
Oh, my head.
Need a drink?
Oh. I'd kill for one.
Ugh.
I could arrange that.
Oh.
I went with the not interested in propositioning you for sex option, and I guess that just doesn't do anything.
Well, I see you made it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Do I know you? Your face is sort of familiar, but not exactly?
I'm just Peachy, so why am I in this shithole?
Ooh, don't play so tough. Anyway, I think I can help you get to Don Mario.
I'm pretty sure this is the girl we just met at the monastery, but her face is completely different.
Well, someone's due for an ass kicking. He seems to be the next one in line.
Mario's powerful. Really powerful. He runs the Italian mob and owns the police.
I'm willing to take them all on. I'm pretty sure this bastard set me up and drugged me.
So you're after vengeance, but do you think you can just walk in and kill him?
Well, I mean, it's a subtitle of the game,
That
so...
thought had crossed my mind.
I can help you get inside the Mafia and get one up on Mario. You interested?
I don't see why I should trust you. But sure, why not?
Nico, this is Dominic.
The sniper? You look like a mean bastard. Stella wants me to help you? There's an old mobster down the block named Marloni. He can help you find what you need.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So what do I have to do?
Go down the street to his house. Find him on the second floor and tell him I sent you. But don't run out there with your guns out. The boys are a bit nervous about that stuff.
That is clearly an infant's head on a grown man's body. And what is with this face? You look completely different than 5 minutes ago when we talked to you in the previous episode. That's a completely different texture. Holy hell. And I hope he doesn't mind me taking some to the road.
What do you want, Dom?
Did I tell you my name? I don't think we did. Maybe Stella told him.
I need a drink. Something strong.
All I have is piss-warm ale.
Well, I guess because we stole all the rest of your inventory, so...
What do you want, Dom?
Alright, let's see what happens if we make fun of him.
When's the last time you saw your feet, fat boy?
What can I say, pal? It's a sitting job.
He's just gonna take it, isn't he? I want to piss him off, though. I kind of want to piss him off.
Dom?
No offense, buddy, but your bar smells like someone relieved himself all over it.
I think it's your upper lip, pal.
I've never heard that one before. It's pretty
What do
good.
you want,
I'll
dog?
remember that one.
Are you and Stella an item?
We used to be, but now we're just friends. I get her back, and she gets mine.
I'm talking about literal back rubs, by the way. We're both registered masseuses. Whoa! Okay. Hey, did you know you have a guy with a gun in your kitchen there, pal? Guess that gun rule of yours is pretty loosely enforced, to say the least. Don't mind me, folks. Nothing to see here. Sorry about the mess, barkeep. You know, for some reason, I have it in my mind that the food at this bar, probably not so hot. Probably a little on the unsanitary side. Then again, we eat raw, uncooked steak, so I'm sure our sniper doesn't mind. And that's locked. I should probably check out the rest of the bar before I go. We might not come back.
He looks too drunk to talk.
Except it doesn't look like he's drinking right now, or that he's particularly drunk.
Oh, my head.
Alright, now I know we have some alcohol in our inventory, so let's go ahead and give her some, and hopefully we can exchange it for items instead of gross sexual favors or whatever. And fuck, I picked the same option as before, and she still said this moaning again, which I guess leaves us with the one option, which seems to be leading into having sex. So let's just fucking do it at this point. There's no way around it, clearly.
Need a drink?
Oh, I'd kill for one.
I'll buy you a drink for a little action, sugar.
Thanks, baby. This is just what I needed.
Oh, thank God for that. There's no sex scene I have to censor or anything. Imagine how badly animated that would be too. Fuck.
Oh.
Doesn't look like we can pester her for more ammo, though. Oh well. So I think the last person we've got to talk to is Stella, right? Who's probably gonna be a romantic interest for the game.
Get going. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Well, in that case, here's looking at you, kid. Right, so I know the barkeep said not to walk out with our proverbial Glock out, but that first dude shot me even when I didn't have my gun equipped. And I'm pretty sure carrying around that nightstick is the closest thing we can get to unarmed in this game, as far as I know. So I think the barkeeper may have been setting us up to get killed. So needless to say, I'm just gonna continue to run around with my guns out and shoot dudes on sight. I think I may have hit more wall there than actual enemy. Just a friendly reminder that the perspective in first-person shooters is fucked as fuck sometimes. Yeah, you can probably notice the frame rate hitching pretty bad in spots here. And what sucks about that is that that's the fault of the virtual machine. Like, in this game's defense, I don't think it ran this poorly back on computers of the day. But on the other hand, there's no way to natively run it on modern computers, Windows 7 and above, so I've really got no choice here.
I need to see Marloni before I leave.
Well, I guess that makes this the way out then. Take a mental note. Holy hell, is this an unnecessarily long route. You really couldn't afford to cut one of these hallways, huh? One of these completely empty fucking hallways? Couldn't just give it the axe? Everyone in this neighborhood was sure to lock up. Probably for the best. In case it doesn't show up so hot on video, the back of that dude's jacket reads Italian Stallion, which, in case you don't know, is a Rocky reference. Or, alternatively, it's a reference to the porno that Sylvester Stallone starred in prior to the filming of Rocky. The more you know. Just making sure we weren't followed. And once again, the gun sound just stops halfway through a clip. Just stops firing audibly. And we're out of ammo for that, so switch to the P90. Which no one seems to be dropping any ammo for. Which is pretty unfortunate. Because this is our only silenced weapon. And in a game like this, where the AI is so bright and, really has their ears wide open, just listening for any sound. We really need those silenced weapons. Imagine they make a big impact. This laser sight is kind of... Well, it's not even useful because we have a crosshair, so... It's nice and gimmicky, though. And I'm all about gimmicks. Small little door there by comparison. I'm sure there's a dude above us. I'm trying to place the sounds in my head right now, but I think he's above us, so let's just examine this room instead. Well, whoever lives here must be a gun nut, so hopefully him and the sniper get along.
Every time I sit down, who the hell are you?
Well, I'm Dom. Nice to meet you. There's no niceties. There's no nice option here.
I'm Dominic. Nico sent me.
Make it quick. I have much better things to do than talk to you.
I can just say the same thing again.
I'm Dominic. Nico sent me.
Don Mario's no concern of yours. Now tell me what you want and get out.
When your game can't even get like a simple dialogue tree right, that's usually a bad sign.
Nico told me you're the man to see about some high-level drugs.
He did he? Well, that's all fine and good. But no one just joins us that easy.
Go on.
There's an object held by the Chinese that we need. Kill them and bring it to me.
Well, the obvious choice here is to accept the mission, so let's see what happens if I don't. I mean, it's an option, so...
I don't think so. I've heard the triads will cut your balls off for $1.
There's no room for Goombas like you in the mob. Now get out of my face.
I mean, they gave us the option to kill him. We didn't just automatically fail. We didn't fall dead to the ground like what happened when we shot Stella. Oh! Forgot about that guy upstairs. So, I think we got the information. We gotta go after the Chinese, right? That should be sufficient. We don't actually have to take a mission from him. There's a pretty good amount of goodies up here in the attic. Well, that's very specific. They just don't mind naming names at all in this game, do they? I mean, we're drinking Coke straight up, and either this graffiti artist suffers from some short-term memory loss, or he just really fucking digs Pink Floyd. Or maybe they sell pre-graffitied on wallpaper for apartment complexes as an incentive to not layer more graffiti on top of it, you know? Yeah, I think we're just gonna head back to the bar and see if they have any reaction to us, Well, that dude is new, so maybe they changed something else up here. Maybe they already got their retribution on the bar owner. Can't pick any of that up. Anything to say, Stella?
Get going. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Uh-oh. I know I mentioned the frame rate drop before, but that's the worst so far. And these are all the same options. Nothing's changed. Oh. I didn't even mean to do that. I did not mean to shoot this dude in the head. But now that I have, let's see what happens, which is apparently nothing! Apparently fucking nothing! No one gives a shit! Oh, this is real bad though. This frame rate dropping is real piss poor. I'm gonna have to restart after this. But not before I get a reaction from Stella.
You idiot! Nico was my friend!
Well, they actually wrote dialogue for that, so, I'm just cleaning up any loose ends. Yep, and I'm sure as soon as the game unfreezes, I will be dead. Any second now.
I'll never be able to get to the place now. Might as well give up.
And give up is what we're going to have to do because this game is crashing and burning right now. I'm going to have to restart it and hope that fixes the problem.
Are you and Stella an item?
I had a quick save handy right before we talked to that bald man. By which I mean this bald man with the sunglasses. Not the bartender.
What, you back again? Don't waste my time, asshole.
And I think this is after us rejecting the job initially.
I'm ready for your job, Pacino. Tell me what it is.
There's an object held by the Chinese that we need. Kill them and bring it to me.
Consider it done.
Good. Bring it to the old factory district. I'll meet you there when it's done.
Before I leave, I need to know what it is and why you want it.
It's a statue that contains the formula for a special drug. A virus. We lost it.
The same drugs those bastards are testing in the prison? I'll kill you!
You're infected? Hey, get out of here. Forget the job.
Well, you know what they say. An elephant never forgets. No, I thought that would sound intimidating. We should kill him, but like the mayor, I'm just gonna let him be. And we'll see if there's any recurrence, if he reappears. Much like that man just reappeared, I almost forgot he was there again. Oh, that reminds me to go up to the attic as well, where I think there should be another dude. Bear in mind, this is a blind playthrough, so I don't know where this plot's headed. I feel the need to reiterate that because, you know, I'm playing this by ear. I'm discovering these levels and, you know, where the enemies are and all this stuff as you see it unfold. Hello.
Drop that!
Oh, that didn't quite work according to plan. I think I tapped him on the shoulder by accident. Okay, just to double check, we're going to see if the barkeep has anything new to report now that we've actually, you know, finished that conversation. We've taken the job. Well, okay, your head just did a Exorcist 360 spin. I'm just going to get away from you as soon as I'm done with that dialogue tree. Jesus Christ.
Going. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Okay, so there's nothing new to report other than that this man is a demon, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go to where that exit was that we discovered earlier through the 4 or 5 empty hallways. Like, there's no reason for this. There's really no reason for this except to pad out game length. Which I hear this game is pretty short, so maybe they had to. Or maybe they felt they had to. Which brings us to a new area as well. The Secret Passage. Yep, this is a good a spot as I need to do a hard save. It's not safe to just have quick saves.
I smell a rat.
Well, Dom must have a very well-trained nose to pick up on a single rodent down here. It's all part of sniper training. You gotta be able to smell from afar. And let's just go ahead and eat all our consumables here. Our non-alcoholic ones, at least. I think that's a new weapon. That's a, that'll be a G36. Configured as a machine gun, it looks like, with the, it's got the magazine for it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of rearranging. I mean, we have no ammo for that P90, so we might as well move that out of our holster. Put the G36 in its place. And just a bit of tidying up as well. It looks like these guys are going to keep on dropping revolver ammo for us, which is good. My love of revolvers is well established by this point. This doesn't seem like all too secret of a passage, I should probably point out. Seems to be pretty well populated. The doors to it were wide open, nothing locked. Those guys looked a little new. surprise, surprise, shotgun at a range is probably not the perfect weapon for this situation. Damage we took is nothing a little buzz won't fix, though, so... You know, whenever I see a bricked up wall like this, I just can't help but think of The Cask of Amontillado, the old Edgar Allan Poe story. And I picture a skeleton on the other side.
Hold it!
I forgot to switch my shotgun. Oh, actually came in handy though, because that dude's a little closer. Let's just switch to the MAC-10 before I forget, though. This is not the way to go. And that looks like a, that looks like a texture error right there. Maybe they meant to put a cobweb there. We've seen a few cobwebs thus far. And we're down to, alcohol as our healing item right now. I mean, aside from the med kits, which I like to conserve if possible. Even though we're picking them up, and I think we have plenty at this point. But who knows, maybe we'll need them for a boss fight. Maybe there are boss fights in this game, huh? Did you notice that crate appearing and disappearing? And then reappearing? Everything in this room is a sort of blinking in and out of existence. I think it's contingent on us firing the gun, maybe? Or it's hard to say. Probably best we get out of this room before we blink out of existence. And just checking our backs, because these guys are not checking behind theirs. If this works, it's going to be very funny. Because I'm thinking maybe his scream when he dies will alert the other guy. Or maybe it won't. Probably won't. Let's find out. Gotta step a bit closer. Welp! There's your answer. There you go, folks. Nightstick, the perfect silent assassination tool. It's harmless, too, because they don't even feel it the first 2 times you knock them upside the head. So it's cruelty-free. That's a medkit hidden up there. Can't quite jump high enough to get it, though. I think we have plenty as is, so... I just noticed these guys are using dual pistols. Specifically, they're using dual revolvers, which... Let me get back here. Which, if there's one thing I like more than revolvers, it's using 2 revolvers at the same time. Akimbo revolvers. And I don't think they're gonna give us that option, though. This is not GoldenEye, where the guy was using 2 guns. That means I can pick up both guns and use them at the same time. That was a weird mechanic, when you really think about it.
I can probably get to Chinatown through here.
How would you know that? How would our sniper be able to assume that? How does he just take one look at that tunnel, and this is the way we were trying to get through before with the broken texture. How does he just look at this little hole in the wall and be like, yeah, this hole here, this looks like the way to Chinatown. I can tell because of my nose. I smell it. I smell the smells of Chinatown. And I'm sure we will end up being in Chinatown too. I mean, if he said it, he's not going to be wrong about it. He was making such like a pointed assumption. He's probably going to be spot on. And then we'll look like the fools. It seems like not great. Can't get through this grate. So we just gotta figure out how to get down this hole. And don't tell me that guy didn't hear me. Falling down and grunting on my own.
Hold it!
Oh no. I think we've found our Chinese enemies. Who are also using dual pistols, I should point out. That voice acting was, This game could be getting a little dicey right now.
Stop!
A little bit of a delayed reaction on his part. Maybe he was actually giving us a chance to stop. That running animation, too, was... Don't know how I feel about this. Oh, yes, I do. I feel pretty gross about this. I feel pretty gross that I am giving spotlight to this right now. I hope it doesn't get much worse than that.
Stop!
Oh, it's gonna get worse, isn't it? Oh, boy. My apologies to any viewers of Chinese descent, because I think this game just got gross. These ones are dropping some of that machine gun ammo, so now might be a good time to switch to it. Yep, that seems like a machine gun. These uniforms, which I guess, are they technically accurate? Would members of the Triad really be wearing traditional tunics? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious by this point that dealing with a Polish developer, probably no Chinese members on the team, no one to tell them that, hey, your Triad guys, they're based on some pretty outdated stereotypes. This is pretty offensive. So I just hope this is as bad as it's gonna get.
I'm growing tired of this maze.
Apparently we are in the middle of a maze. It's not a particularly complex one, which is good, because I would bomb that. I would get lost. I am not good at mazes. But luckily this seems straightforward enough, and yes, it appears that we have died. There's quite a few enemies in that room, all with automatic weapons, so we didn't stand much of a chance just rushing in there. I think that's where we're going to cut this episode off. Well, this is where the game starts to show its true colors, I suppose. We'll see just how bad this gets, I'm sure, on the next episode of Sniper Path of Vengeance.